May 30th, 2020. So today I want to talk a little bit about a couple things that are happening in the EOS community that are going to be taking place next month in June. And I just want to make this video, talk about why I'm excited, and yeah. So Block One, Block One, for those of you guys who don't know, is the company behind the EOS software. They had an ICO a couple years ago and raised billions of dollars, and now use that money to sort of develop the EOS ecosystem. Now, finally, after plenty of pressure from the community, they have decided that they're going to start to play a bigger role inside the EOS community. They've passed a lot of the milestones that I think they were checking off, and now it looks like they want to do more within the EOS community. The EOS community has certainly matured a lot since ICO. So they finally decided that they're going to start to vote for block producers now that they still, this is very important because they still hold a significant amount of EOS tokens. So they're definitely a big player. You want to appeal to Block One if you are a block producer. If you're trying to maintain in the top 21, certainly having Block One voting for you will be an aid in that category, because like I said, they own a little bit less than 10% of all of the EOS tokens. Now, some of the requirements that Block One is going to be looking for, they put on their website what they're looking for. They're looking for block producers who are running updated software. So 2.0 and up. If you don't have 2.0, that's one of the requirements that they need, which is good in my opinion, because we need to all be running 2.0, all the block producers, because it is the fastest, it is the most up to date. Number two is disclosing geographical location. Now that one is a little bit controversial, not so much in the EOS community as far as if it's a good idea. Certainly it's beneficial to the whole idea of decentralization, because we don't want too many block producers in one geographical location, because it sort of centralizes the network, and we're aiming for a more decentralized network, and so we can have block producers all over the world. So disclosing geographical location through a JSON file is something that they want to do. But however, you've had people like the CEO of Equilibrium coming out and saying that it's very easy to sort of spoof your IP and sort of hide where you're geographically based, because a lot of people run nodes through cloud service. So that's one thing to consider. Yeah, so that's going to be big. I'm super excited about how that's going to play out and seeing exactly how that has a big effect on the whole ecosystem for EOS. Second thing is the Bitfinex beta launch is going to be next month, and I on this channel talk a lot about decentralized exchange. I'm a very big supporter of decentralized exchange. I think more than anything, that's what we really need in place before we can start seeing Web 3.0 take off completely and the dApp space explode completely. I think we really have to take centralized exchanges out of the equation and move everything on chain. Keep all the assets on chain at all times, because that really is what it's all about, right? Using the blockchain, using oracles, making sure that this whole system can function without a central arbiter or a third party. So I'm very excited about EOS Connects beta launch next month. They're going to be able to, well, they're partnered with Bitfinex, which is one of the most popular centralized cryptocurrency exchanges in the space. So they're going to be able to merge the liquidity of Bitfinex into the EOS Connects decentralized exchange. Now this is huge, because one of the biggest problems that decentralized exchanges have faced to date is the fact that, number one, when you had things like Bitfinex, they were slow and not very scalable due to the constraints of the base layer on the Ethereum network, but that won't be a problem on the EOS network, as well as the biggest problem that decentralized exchanges have had, and that is access to liquidity. They have not been able to compete with centralized exchanges in terms of liquidity. So this EOS Connects really could do a lot in that domain in order to solve that critical issue that's been plaguing decentralized exchanges for so long. So I, as a supporter of decentralized exchange, I'm excited and will definitely support them. I'll probably make a whole separate video just on EOS Connects and talk a little bit about their affiliate program, because they do have a really competitive affiliate program. So I definitely want to talk about that on the channel and how you can use it to sort of onboard people into decentralized exchange, because that's where we ultimately need to go. And then, yeah, they're also going to be launching the PBTC, which is certainly taking over. It's pretty much a synthetic version of BTC. And they're also going to launch a gold-backed tether on top of the EOS Connects infrastructure. All right, so the final thing I want to talk about is Liquidchains. Liquidchains are the dApp network's blockchain as a service. So this is very exciting because if you listen to the original vision of the founder and creator of the EOS.io software, Dan Larimer, he talks frequently about the vision of horizontal scaling as well as vertical scaling. So in the beginning, he's always had horizontal scaling in mind. And he actually believes that every company running a traditional database system can replace and should replace that database with the blockchain for security reasons, for auditability reasons, for transparency reasons, et cetera, et cetera. Blockchain is a superior technology. So now through the help of the dApp network and Liquid apps, we can now offer blockchain as a service for enterprise or whatever developer wants to spin up their own chain. They can do that. And not only can they do that, they have access to all of these custom tools that exist inside of the dApp network framework. Tools like liquid oracles, tools like random number generators, tools like VRAM, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So this is very exciting. If you're looking for an example or a proof of concept about how these liquid chains work, I recommend you check out the Kovacs infrastructure. It is a liquid chain that has block producers that are DSPs. So it's spun up by DSPs. So shout out to EOS.io Brazil, dApp Solutions, EOS USA, Airdrops DAC, EOS Nation, everybody who's running this Kovacs chain. Shout out to you guys, because it's really doing good work as far as processing power and as far as finding a solution or a possible vaccine to COVID-19. All right, and that's it, guys. Let me know in the comment section below. Are you guys as excited as me for June? Let me know why or why not.